Craig here from Your Tech. Today's video, I am going to see what kind of mouse I can get from TEMU. I have purchased 5 mice from TEMU. These are the condition that they came in. I'm going to unbox them, I'm going to test them out, and I'm going to see if any of these are worth the money and if any of these are any good. The price of these is going to shock you. There is no doubt about it, even with how cheap TEMU is. All of these together, these 5 mice, cost £23 combined. Let's see if these ridiculously cheap mice could be worth it for a budget gaming setup. Starting off the unboxing, I'm going to start off with the one that looks the best, which is this one. And this is Heist? I don't know what it says. I think it's Heist. You be the judge. I've chosen this one because it's a nice box. So it looks like the best one. Oh, it's a wide mouse. Okay, got some honeycomb shell. Still don't know what brand it is. I think it's Heist? The English instructions, which is the smallest writing I've seen on any instruction manual ever. Download the macro programming software through the website provided by the seller. There is no website. It's a hexagon patterned body. Very nice clicky click click switches. Clickety click click click. It's very comfortable in the hand actually. Got a DPI switch. The scroll wheel's a bit soft. The button clicks okay though. Oh, side buttons are mushy. They've got a nice click to them, but they are mushy. Quite nice braided cable. And a giant housing on the USB. That's mental. So that's the first one, the J900. On to the next one, which is just called Mouse. Let's open this up and have a look. This is a tiny, tiny box. This is the smallest box out of the lot. Instructions for use. Oh, this is a wireless or wired mouse apparently, and it's rechargeable. Is it? Oh wow, oh, a pubic hair, that's lovely. Right, this is not a gaming mouse. This is an office mouse. It is ridiculously small, and it is not rechargeable, it is battery operated. However, we have a dongle, and we'll have to get a battery for it, and it doesn't give me any other information. I don't know what DPI it is. We have an on-off switch at the bottom. Feels quite nice in the hand. I mean, I've got really small hands for a bloke. That fits quite nice in my hand. Switches are fine. Oh, the scroll wheel is actually really nice. Very smooth. You can still feel the bumps, but I quite like the look of that one. That's nice. I wouldn't use it for gaming, I don't think, but we'll see. It might end up being the best performer. So we have a wireless little office mouse. Now we're going to look at the one that looks the most gamery. The Sizo Games Mouse. High performance. Ooh. And this is exactly how this came as well. With the top open and the box all mangled up. We have an instruction. No we don't. We have a sticker. A very poorly printed sticker. It gives you not a lot of information other than it's 5 volt, 100 milliamps and works with a USB port. Oh, that is so gamer. So gamer. Oh. Look at that. Is that not the most gamer mouse you've ever seen? This feels horrible. It is cheap, sticky plastic. It's very light though. It's extremely light. It has like a transformer vibe to it. You've got this little, the wheel in the middle kind of hollowed out, which is really weird. The cable is a horrible plasticky cable that doesn't look very long and has the exact same. No, it doesn't. It has very similar housing to the first one. You've got what I imagine is a DPI button. You've got a sticker on the bottom covering one of your pads that you can't take off. And it's a paper fucking sticker. What a terrible placement for a sticker. Yeah, that is horrible. It is cheap. It's uncomfortable. The clicks sound good though. DPI buttons, oh, mush-tastic. Barely feel the bumps on that wheel. It's more like a fidget toy. Oh, that's awful. It looks like there's RGB that isn't going to be controllable. That's the third one. On to the fourth one. Mouse user manual. Plug the USB port into the computer's USB port. Do not disassemble, do not plug foreign objects into this product. Another very nice braided cable. Oh, okay. That's a much bigger mouse. This looks reminiscent of the Death Adder, the Razer Death Adder. It's got that weird rubber plastic on top, which actually feels quite nice. It fits in the hand really well. Side buttons are mushy as again. Why are all mouse side buttons mushy as hell? I've got two buttons on top, which I would guess are the DPI buttons up and down. Scroll wheel's not bad. Clicks feel good. Feels nice in the hand. I quite like this mouse. Got some pads on the bottom. Okay, not bad. The last one. Oh, this is even more gamer. The G5 gaming mouse. And it's got a stamp on it. It's not a stamp. Part of the packaging says pass QC. A little pile of boxes there. Oh my God, it's like they heard me say that was the smallest writing I'd ever seen and they decided to beat it. Another gamer of gaming mice. It's a proper gaming mouse. So we have, this is really horrible feeling. It's got loads of raised and angular bits of plastic all over it. Ugh. These have decided to put a sticker over the anti-friction pads as well, but at least it's one of them like foil stickers, so it came off easy enough. So I'm okay with that. The clicks, the switches are basically silent. DPI button's loud. Oh. The side buttons are so squidgy and mushy. That's horrible. The mouse wheel's not great either. It's a bit too smooth. The button's okay though. Not sure what the point in those little circular bits on the side are. That feels horrible. That is, I don't know if it's worse than that one. They're very similar though. I don't know how well you'll see, but I prefer a mouse that you can hear the click on, and these are basically silent. I don't like that. That feels horrible. Right, before we test them, for feel, looks, and quality, I'm going to rate them 1 to 5. So I think the best quality one for looks and feel is this one, the Q70. It feels really nice in the hand. It reminds me very much of the Death Adder. It feels a lot more premium than the others. I mean, it's still a mouse that cost me less than £5, so it isn't a premium feeling mouse, but it feels rugged, strong, and the materials don't feel cheap. 2 DPI buttons. All of the side buttons on all of these mice are awful. That's number 1 for me. Number 2 is actually going to be the wireless office mouse. Fits in the hand, doesn't feel, I mean, it does feel cheap. Whilst I don't think this will be great for gaming, AA battery, wireless, at the very least it'll be handy, especially for me when repairing customers' computers. If I just need to chuck a mouse in, I can just, off I go. It's lightweight, the clicks feel really nice, and I really like the scroll wheel. That's number 2. This one is going to be number 3. Side buttons. I like the hexagon shape. You can change the RGB on the bottom. The rest of them haven't had. They've all got RGB other than the wireless one by the looks of it. But none of them have got a switch to change it other than this one. It doesn't feel overly cheap. It feels like a standard mouse, gaming mouse. Quite like the look of that one. I think that one will be okay. I think that's like our average. And trying to choose who's going to be the bottom. This one's going to be 4th and this one's going to be 5th, because the silent switches on this, you barely know if you've pressed them or not, and it feels horrible. Yeah. So that is our order so far. After I've tested them, we'll come back and see if that will change or not. Let's get them plugged in. Let's see if they can game. Less than a £5 each though. Like, even if they are crap, less than a £5 each is not bad at all. And I'm back. So I have tested all of the mice out. I've written some notes and I'm going to go through and talk about which one's worth it, which one isn't. The links for all of these mice will be down below in the description as well, in case anybody wants to take a punt on one. I'm going to start off with the Q70. I put this one as the best looking and feeling mouse that we had today. And I'll be honest, this comes down a couple of pegs. It is heavier than I thought it was, or at least it feels heavier, but I think that's down to the fact the anti-friction pads on the bottom are basically pointless. It's not a smooth experience by any degree. Once you've got used to how much friction there is and how hard it is to move the mouse, it's not too bad. The clicks, absolutely fine. Side buttons are the side buttons, they're not great. The middle button is pretty good, and the DPI up, DPI down button works fine. It's quite comfortable in the hand, and on the whole, it was easy to use. It's a middling mouse. It's average at best. The little wireless office mouse, very, very comfortable to use. Very, very, very light. The left and right click, absolutely fine. There's no side buttons. The middle mouse click, however, not good, and I think might even be, oh no, there it is. Takes a lot of pressure to press that down. Not a fan at all. Middle mouse button, terrible. But it is lightweight. The latency was surprisingly good for saying it's wireless, and it's not an expensive wireless like Logitech or Razer or any of them. The latency was fine. The DP button works absolutely sound, takes one AA battery. I imagine the battery life on this would be absolutely fine. It's very comfortable in the hand. It is very small though. If you have big hands, you will not like this. You will absolutely smother it. And yeah, not bad. I think for under a fiver, if you want a little office mouse, a wireless office mouse, this is absolutely fine. Oh, and that is the DZK01. And now we're on to the J900. Now I had this at number 3 for feel and looks. But to be honest, after using it, this is gonna go up to first place. It's very, very, very comfortable. It's very comfortable in the hand. The clicks are really, really nice. You know when you've pressed them. Middle mouse button sound, scroll wheel sound, and the side buttons, although mushy, you do know when you've pressed them, which is good. They're in a nice place as well. The hexagon stuff on the back, the hexagon holes, this honeycomb thing, is really, really nice. It keeps your hand quite cool. You don't feel like you're being smothered by plastic. And the plastic is a lot more higher quality feeling than I expected. It works brilliantly. The lift off distance when you're using it is absolutely brilliant. Really impressed with this mouse. I will double check the price of it and I'll put it up below, but as long as this is under it's going to be under 20 quid because all of the mice together cost 23. But whatever price this is worth it. The RGB button on the bottom works, but the RGB looks terrible. There's hot spots, it's not very well diffused at all. But you can turn the RGB light off. I will keep this as a backup in case my Viper dies of death one day, which is what I would definitely recommend. But for the money, the J900, decent mouse. The DPI button works flawlessly. It feels very accurate, comfortable. It slides well. Yeah, I like that. For the money, great deal. Now on to the gamer mice. This is the S150 by Shapado. This is got this gamery, sharp plastic aesthetic. It is unbelievably uncomfortable. The ridges and stuff dig into your hand. It doesn't feel comfortable. The plastic feels cheap and almost tacky on your fingers. It's not nice at all. The anti-friction pads on the bottom are absolutely terrible. The middle mouse button and the scroll are absolutely fine. The clicks are okay. There's no side buttons on this one either. All around, not worth the money at all. And the RGB looks absolutely awful. Probably the worst looking RGB out of the lot. The only defining feature from it is quite lightweight. I'm not sure what the actual weight is, but it feels very light when you're using it, which is sound. And the sensor works okay. And we're on to the last one, the G5 gamer mouse. So the first thing I noticed with this, the cable's very short. It's only 1 meter long. It's not very good at all. And this one suffers from a lot of the downfalls of the last one. It's incredibly uncomfortable in your hand. The plastic doesn't feel nice. It feels angular. It feels harsh against your palm. The clicks are fucking horrible. The clicks are so bad. They are mushy. You're not 100% sure you've even pressed them when you're using it. And I'm not a fan of this at all. The side buttons are the mushiest buttons out of the lot. The middle mouse button's not brilliant either. The scroll wheel's not brilliant either. It's all around just a terrible mouse. The DPI button works. The anti-friction feet on the bottom are okay, and it's lightweight. And the sensor is all right, but the lift off distance on this is absolutely terrible. No matter how far away you move your mouse from the desk when you're having to, it doesn't seem to recognise that you've moved it away from a surface. So you'll get like the camera shaking as you're moving it and stuff. All around, the worst mouse of the bunch. I would rather take the wireless office mouse over this. It is absolutely awful. The only thing about it that I liked was the RGB's nice and diffused. That is it. Everything else about this is awful. We have 5 mice, under £25 for the lot from TEMU. And the best one out of the bunch is by far the J900. This mouse is sound, and for the money, honestly, you cannot beat it. This is the best value mouse I've had. It performs very similarly to the Viper when I've got it in wired. I'm really impressed with this. These two with the gamer aesthetic are terrible. I would not recommend anyone to get this. Do not buy a mouse based on its gamery aesthetics. They look, feel, and perform terribly. J900, fantastic. For the money, that is a banging mouse. This, I think it's about a £5. A decent little office mouse, not amazing for gaming. Middle mouse button's crap, no side buttons. And this is probably the middle of the bunch. The Q70, it's okay. It's a bit heavy, and the anti-static feet aren't brilliant. What do you guys think? Are there any other TEMU buys you think I should have a look at? Anything I should compare on TEMU for some computer accessories or something? Quite enjoyed doing this video. It was nice to have a play around with 5 different mice and see what was good and see what was terrible. Let me know down below what you think. Do you have this mouse? Would you buy it? Would you spend the X amount of money on this mouse? Let me know. Feel free to subscribe, comment, notification bell, all that other stuff. Thank you for watching. Feel free to watch one of these two, and I shall see you on the next one. Bye. While it's not good for gaming, chuck a AAA